Hi guys, this is Guari. As you know, Konami has implemented a new ruling for Konami 10 Wizard events. Basically, use the current rulings for and current card text for all the retro formats. So you have Future Fusion with errata, Arithmetic with errata. There is no more initial priority. Um then what else? So basically, new rulings are applied. So Quitro synchronous new ruling. My Botesa shield gets in the main step because it works like this in current format and other stuffs which I'll go in detail after. What is unchanged is that there's still the first turn draw if it was at the time at the retro wizard, so you still draw one if you go first in Edison format and other formats like that, and there's no extra monster zone. But what is not clear to me if there will be possible to have two field spelled on the same field. I guess not. But some I read about some people saying yes. I don't know. I didn't understand. Honestly, it was the only thing I found about these new rules is this. I don't know where they picked up. If they deduce it by what's written there, of people found other stuff. So if you know something more specific about the two field spell situation, write it in the comments because as of now in Edison there can be only one field spell and one gets activated, the other gets destroyed. So write this in the comment if you know how it will work with the new rulings. What I thinking of the situation? I think Konami should have unmasked because retro formats are intended to be played with rulings from the era, even if they were wrong, like Quitro Synchro ruling, but that's how it was played at the time, so it should work like that. They're not meant to be changed. But in this video, I don't want to. It's not like a reaction video just to cry. Oh, Konami, you should have done that because like every YouTuber made a video about this with saying these things. Like we all know it's bad, but I want to analyze whether format, in this case Edison, it maybe if it will be improved with the new changes. So I'm gonna analyze the cards that will that got an errata or changed or got nerf or boost based on the new rulings, or basically if some decks gets power up. Not all cards here received an errata. For instance, Gemini Spark or Book of Moon didn't receive an errata or change the rulings. They're here just because basically Eurobit got nerfed and also Book of Moon got not nerfed, got powered up, and also Book of Moon got powered up because since there's no initial priority, you can use Book of Moon on a Grapher, he won't be able to activate its effect, and his turn will be over. He won't be able to pitch for Vayu and Sirocco and summon Synchro from the extra deck. So let's go in order. In this line, I think until Sanga, I put all the cards that received an F with the new rulings. Brain control is the easiest one to understand. Basically, you can only use it to track to get control of monster that can be normal summon. So cards like Dark Grapher, Titanial, but you won't be able to get cards like Synchro, extra deck stuff, or Chaos Sorcerer. You will be still able to get special summoned monster like Machina Fortress, but you won't. But because that card can be normal summoned, but if the card says that it can only be special summoned or must be first special summoned, you won't be able to snatch it with brain control. Then we get Grapher, it receives a nerf in the sense that now it won't be able to use its effect on priority, so it dies to bottom as a Book of Moon. Bioturbo receives a nerf, but I think because of stuff we'll see later, it's not nerfed that much. I think he got a nerf, but he also received a power up because there's better stuff for him now. My favorite part about this is about the new rulings is that Frog gets nerfed. Frog gets nerfed to all. Substitute now dies to chain disappearance. Won't be able to priority. It will be easier to counter with Book of Moon. You can use it on the first Reborn that's tributed, so I won't be able to pitch first to Reborn in grave. You could still Book of Moon like on Swap Frog effect, because in that case it would have lost priority, and so you could use Book of Moon substitute. But like, it's still a good nerf. Tribon receive the greatest nerf because now it's once per turn, only once per turn. What does this mean? It means that if you try to royal oppression it will remain in the graveyard. It won't be able to summon itself again. So royal oppression negates Treeborn indefinitely. Of course, you will be able to activate Treeborn Frog effects next turn, but if there's oppression in the field, the results won't change. It will stay in the graveyard. I don't know if you have to pay 2 times if there are 2 Treeborn Frog in the graveyard. I don't know how this stuff works perfectly. So if you know about this, write in the comments either, because I want to know about that. But yes, frogs gets nerfed, and that's a great change, I'd say. That's a great change because, like you can understand from my other videos, I don't like Edison much because the way frogs works. It creates passing game state. It's not fun, basically. I won't go much into detail, but frogs basically it's some fun to play against. It kills rock decks, so honestly, these nerfs are good. Less frogs means an healthier format. It's one deck less, but many more decks now are able to breathe because frogs gets nerfed. Longfire Blossom gets nerfed too because of the priority stuff, but doesn't change much. Basically, Book of Moon becomes stronger because anyway, bottomless you can do that on Longfire Blossom. Well done that on Titanial, but Book of Moon now stop Longfire Blossom. So plant gets weaker, but it all depends on how Book of Moon will become popular, because if the format changed to more hero being present, like Book of Moon won't see much play. So I'd say it's still to say whether Longfire Blossom will be impacted by the nerf. There we have a big errata here. Future Fusion, Red Ice, Darkness Metal Dragon. These are big erratas, and basically it means that Dragon Turbo won't exist anymore, because now Future Fusion sends after 2 turns the materials, so if Dragon Turbo is not Turbo anymore. You can play dragons, but it will be just trap dragons. But Dragon Turbo, otherwise it's dead. Red Dice also got an errata. Basically, you can use its effect once per turn. It's an hard once per turn, so even with multiple copies of it, you can only use it once. Uh, like I said, anyway, it doesn't matter much because Dragon Turbo is already dead without Future Fusion, and it nerfs Dragon Trap Dragon, but it's still okay. Like Trap Dragon will still play. It's nerf, but it's okay. Rescue gets a nerf. You won't be able to play it anymore in Gladiator Beast because now Test Tiger is without effect, Some Night is without effect, but you can still use it in Xabor and Cat Synchro, because you can still use the Herbellum for Synchro Summon. I think it's a change I like because now there will it will be less broken because honestly, okay, cut synchro isn't that great as a deck, but can I say it felt really sucky when a rescue cat was able to draw good, maybe draw heavy storm of things to remove monster from the field and go with Turbellum ripping two. Maybe also go with Monk, so going to Arcanite, destroying one card, then destroying, ripping one from my hand. So it really felt sucky, and it was even worse with Xaber because, like you know, with Fall Troll, Rescue Cat is even more broken. So I think it doesn't kill those decks, but it makes them, of course, it makes them weaker, but in a fairer way. It's a change I like. Judgment Dragon joins the gang of cards being affected by priority, not being a thing anymore, so it dies to bottomless. Book of Moon also becomes stronger, but like Judgment Dragon is still a 2006 death, so it's hard to go over it, especially because now Goyo can be summoned only if you have an Earth Tunnel, so I guess the only decks that can summon it are Cat Synchro and Ixabar for now. All other decks won't be able to summon it. So yeah, Judgment Dragon face down gets harder to go over it. And also, I don't know if how current rulings works because there was a time where like this was ancient, maybe it was 2005, where if a card destroy everything on the field and it was Book of Moon, I think this card was dead. Alus was the ruling. Well, I don't know. It was yeah. You can summon one famous up moon, you control to the graveyard, destroy all their cards. No, it was maybe the Daedalus. Or, or maybe it's the rat attacks. I don't know. But anyway, there was a time where if there was a card that would blow up everything on the field except himself, if you chain Book of Moon to it, it will also die because like it lost target of himself, so it was considered like another card, and I don't know how it works in modern. So maybe now Book of Moon on Judgment Dragon will be able to kill it. I don't know. Write it in the comment. But if it does not, it's a nerf. But Judgment Dragon is also gets it's it's harder to go over in that without Goyo. Okay, rest. Oh no, Aaron doesn't get nerfed. Doesn't get nerfed at all. Quick Draw Synchro gets nerfed, and nothing. Yeah. Quick Draw Synchron gets nerfed because now it works like as it should with the correct ruling. It's not an effect, but an inherent summon like Machina Fortress, and discarding is a cost. So if they change Royal Oppression to Quick Draw Synchro, now you lose both Quick Draw Synchron and the card used as a cost, while before Royal Oppression changed to Quick Draw Synchron would just destroy Quick Draw Synchron, but not the other card because uh, it was an effect. It was considered a part of the effect and not a cost discarding the card. So yeah, Quick Draw Synchron gets weaker. Now it doesn't even work against a LUD. You won't be able to use Quick Draw Synchron effect to drain LUD. Oh, and now 3-1-5 won't be able to drain LUD. So that's also interesting. Sangan gets weaker, but I think it doesn't change much because basically now you won't be able to use it to activate effects or the card you get it. But I don't know if you won't be able to summon it for us because for instance in 2014 there's Vulcan the Divine, and if you use Vulcan the Divine effect to bounce Blackwing Bora, then you're still able to special summon it because it's not an effect but an inherent summon, the special summon of Bora. So I don't know how it works now in current, but I think you will still be able to summon or set the monster. Okay, now let's go to card that gets boost. Oh, we have Aaron that gets boost. This is one of my favorite boosts because now Aaron now it kills Raiko. because in Edison, if you attack Aaron with Aaron flip monster, the monster will be flipped and its effect will activate. But now Aaron will just uh, it will still flip the monster, but it will return it into the deck. But since according to current rulings, the monster has to be into its location at the time of activation, and Raiko is not in the field, in the place where it should be at the time of activation, but it's in the deck. Eren will just negate flip effects monster, and that's great because like hamster is annoying, and having more tools to go deal against set hamsters, set flip monster, it's really great. This also is a warrior, so you can use it in Eurobit. It's not even bad to milk out, so I think Aaron will see much more play. Yeah, I maybe more many people will disagree, uh, but I like that Aaron is able to kill flip monster because like attacking to not into a Raiko, but attacking to an hamster that would summon a Raiko was annoying because especially if there was a Caius as a follow up because it mattered a lot on how good was your hand to deal with Raiko and Caius, and lots of time you couldn't play around it, or like you could not set, but like then you would just got damage for nothing. So you will lose temp advantage, you will lose life points advantage. But now with Aaron, will be maybe we'll see less Raiko, even if Raiko gets stronger. But now this guy, yo guys, this is really great. And Frog gets weaker because if Aaron see more plays, you Frog, Tribon, all into the decks. Goodbye. So this is great. This is of course my bias. I hate frogs, so any cards that any nerfs to frogs is okay for me because frogs is a gate. It's strong against meta decks, but it's especially strong against raw decks. Like when I started playing Edison, I didn't care about Vayu Turbo, I didn't care about Gladiator Beast, I didn't care about Blackwings. All I care about was having to deal with frogs because like it's a nightmare for rock decks to get over the dupe lock and to be able to draw lot of outs in time to deal against frogs, especially because rock decks have an harder time inflicting going for like big lethal damage, like decks like Bioturbo Blackwing can do. They're just more normal summon reliant decks, so it's harder for them to get over frogs fast. So yeah, frogs is a problem from rock decks, and if frogs gets weaker, rock decks gets better, and that's good. Not for the I won't say for the format because I want to stress the fact that this Edison format played with current rulings isn't Edison format. But can I say that it's great for the gameplay? Like I wouldn't mind playing Edison format with current rulings since Frost gets weaker. Uh, Now let's go to Book of Moon and Gemini Spark. This card gets boost because Book of Moon now well, it's better without priority. It kills Graver, it kills Wonderfly Blossom on summon. Gemini Spark, same reason, and also Hero Beat becomes stronger since Frogs is weaker. He can play Aaron to deal with monster flip monster effect. With hamster is less of a threat. Oh, this is big stuff. Necro Valley now works like in modern, so it means that it negates everything. There's nothing that escapes from Necro Valley hands because now I want to read the text. Let's make an example. Now, before in Edison format. Stuff like Tribon Frog, Wolf, Flag Spreader Zombie will be able to revive itself under Necro Valley. But now you can't anymore. Now Necro Valley negates everything. And also another important stuff is that Rekindling and Red Eyes won't be able to activate anymore against Necro Valley, under Necro Valley. Because now in Edison, Necro Valley negates only cards that target. So only cards that target, so Rekindling doesn't target, neither does Red Eye in Edison, so they will be able to summon things under Necro Valley, but now basically Necro Valley is just a big fat no to everything that touches the graveyard. Nothing can escape from the graveyard now, and it's just another big hit to the Frog playability, which is great in my opinion. Rock Dax cares about the graveyard, but not as much as Frog. Not as much as Frog being able to revive Tribune Frog every turn. I know it's not okay that I'm happy because Konami should have ever done this to a retro format. Retro format not intended to be played in a different way. Retro format are intended to be played the way they were played at the time. But I'm happy that Frogs gets nerfed. I won't say bad things because I don't want the video to be blocked, but who cares about Frogs? If Frogs player disappear, I'll be fine. The Crow gets stronger because now with current rulings and the fact that things have to be in the place of where they're supposed to be when the effect activates, means that now, for instance, if you use Dandelion, I don't know how it's called, discarded as a cost for a Jackie Brack, and you chain right Jackie Brack to you change the DD Crow to Rejeki Brack. To Rejeki Brack, I stress, not to Dandelion effect. You have to change DD Crow to Rejeki Brack, targeting Dandelion. Dandelion won't be able to activate its effect because it's not at the place of its where it's supposed to be at the time where it should activate. So DD Crow gets stronger, much stronger. Now let's go to Raiko. Raiko becomes stronger and weaker at the same time because now Raiko doesn't target, so it gets past Titanial. Machina Fortress won't be able to repackage from your hand, but it gets weaker because now, since the effects happen simultaneously, you won't be able to make cards miss timing. So, for instance, if you destroy a Duke Frog with Raiko, Frog won't be able will be able to activate its effect because it won't miss timing. So yeah, Raiko is it's I think the boost is measure is better than the nerf, so it got nerfed. But now Aaron is a stronger card, so I don't know how things will balance out. Maybe we'll see less Raiko around because nerf Aaron will be more into more decks. Now Golden Rivalry becomes stronger. It's another hit to Frogs because under Edison format all the rulings. Um, if you had Treeborn face up, you could still tribute some, use it as a tribute fodder for Caius. But now you can't. You can use Treeborn if it's face down, you don't control the monster with a different attribute to summon Caius. Or if you want to summon Mobius, because Mobius is a water and it's aqua, so it bypasses both rivalry and golden match. So these cards don't affect Frog's match, in my opinion. What matters much for Frog is Treeborn win once per turn, and Necro Valley shutting off Treeborn forever. And of course, Royal Oppression. Now my body's a shield can be activated during the damage step, but honestly doesn't matter much now because since Raiko doesn't target, you're not able to activate my body as a shield as long as I know. I don't know if there's a different scenario where there's only one monster on your field and other cards, so maybe in that case you will be able to activate my body as a shield, but I think not. So yeah, my body as a shield, it's still useless. It got even useless against Raiko, but now I guess you can use it to do my body as a shield. against a man-eater bag in the main step, but otherwise it's still a bad card. It's not. It doesn't work. It didn't get better against Raiko. Royal Oppression. Oh my boy, this is really great and bad at the same time because now frogs get absolutely killed by Royal Oppression. Royal Oppression will substitute Masquerade Street against Frog because now frogs can do anything against under Royal Oppression because Treeborn will be negated by Royal Oppression. Then what else? Uh, Battle Father is negated. Evil Hero Prodigy is negated. Miracle Fusion is negated. Um, then John Synchron is negated. The only thing that you can do under Royal Oppression that you play in Edison Frogs is Tragoedia and Gorts. Anything else get just negated by Royal Oppression. So yeah, guys, this is really big. Royal Oppression means stronger means that value gets stronger and Blackwing gets stronger. But I guess those decks get stronger. They were already stronger, but the fact that Frogs is now in at 10 Wizard events basically makes all other decks better, even Rogue decks, because like I said, Frogs is a rogue killer because decks like Bayou and Blackwing had easy Bayou not much, but Blackwing had easy way to deal with the Duke Frog because it had Icarus Lock, Icarus Attack, and it had his access to Brinac. But other decks didn't have that, and Blackwing and Bayou were both able to deal a lot of damage in a turn. So, like if they got the right cards, they would be able to go over temp advantage and life points advantage and kill frogs in a few turns, which many rare decks aren't able to. So the fact that frogs is now out of the game because people won't bring frogs probably at time wizard Konami events. It means that other raw decks have an easier time. Yeah, that devastation virus is still here. It sucks. Blackwing is still strong. Virus still strong, I guess, but like I said, I'm a rock player decks. Uh, Frogs is the main issue for rock decks. Not Vayu, not Blackwing, it's Frogs. You can play all the same you want, like two out stuff like the Duplock. I played card like Needle Selling, Vortex, Smashing, but Frogs is Frogs. If Frogs gets nerfed, I'm happy. I won't lie about it. Okay, let's go to the end now. Which card? These are the extra cards that are gets nerfed. I think these are the only cards that gets nerfed. Uh, but yeah, I don't think that nothing else gets nerfed beside Bionac, Goyo, Absolute Zero, Armory Arm. Colossal Fighter doesn't get nerfed, but the Colossal Fighter Armory Arm combo gets nerfed. Basically, it doesn't exist anymore, so it's another blow to Frog because Frog OTK main win condition doesn't exist anymore. You can do Armory Arm OTK anymore. Uh, Absolute Zero gets nerfed because compulsory on it means that it won't trigger in the extra deck, so it's a need to hero, but it's okay. Goyo Guardian gets nerfed because now few decks will be able to play it, and I guess it's okay. Now people will play Gaia, which is okay. Like Goyo was bust as a synchro monster. If people go and play Gaia, it's okay. Like it's still a strong synchro. It goes over Stardust, so yes, it's a change that I don't mind. At least Blackwing won't be able to summon less stronger synchro. So it's indirectly also needed to Blackwing. Brainac gets weaker. Now you will be able to use its effect only once. So and not like do it multiple times during the turn. So it gets weaker, but it's not even unusable. It's still a strong deck. It's still a strong card. So zombie won't be killed. They will be due to combo less, but frogs is out, so zombie will brief more. Of course, royal. It's like I repeat, frog out means more space for other decks. Okay, the Bastion virus is still there, but Frogs is out. People won't play Frogs anymore at Time Wizard event, so it's okay. Now, I think I said everything about the format. I don't know if there are some cards I miss. Maybe write them in the comments. And let's go do some consideration. I want to repeat the fact that I'm against Konami messing with older formats. They've been created by community and they tend to be played the way they were played. But if someone wants to play a wizard with these new rulings, and I'm talking specifically about the Edison, honestly, I didn't do an analysis for other retro formats. But at least for Edison, if you hate frogs, these new rulings are good news for you because it means less frogs and more space for rock decks. So it means Amstel Raiko will be less of a depth, will be less stronger because of Aaron. Frogs will be less stronger. Rock decks will be stronger. So also Dragon Turbo will be out of the meta. So and okay, it's a deck class. It's the format becomes less diverse, but what matters, in my opinion, is that the diversity should be healthy. So if a modern gameplay deck like Dragon Turbo gets out of the meta, I mean it's okay because like we play Edison not to play against modern playing style. We play Edison because we want to play old game style. So without much combo. So if without many OTKs. So if Dragon Turbo, Frog OTK gets out, it's all good news to me. So if you hate frogs, if you don't like being OTK by Dragon Turbo, and you want to go to 10 Wizard event playing Edison format this way, honestly, it's fine. Like I think it's interesting. This won't kill retro formats because retro formats were born out of a community. They haven't been created by Konami. Retro formats have been existed a lot of years for a lot of years, and they exist online. They exist because of a community. So Konami doesn't decide whether format change, but Konami can do whatever they want with their events, and maybe this is an improvement for Edison. It can attract players because frogs being out of the games is honestly, in my opinion, an improvement. And also, I want to make another consideration. Like we play retro formats, especially because we want to feel the old vibes of Yu-Gi-Oh! When the Edison format was rediscovered, it was not rediscovered with the intent of frogs being the best deck. Like at the time of Edison format, there were Monash decks, but there weren't frog decks. There weren't abomination like Hero Frog, Frog ATK. There were nothing of this stuff. Honestly, if the meta at the time was the one that developed now, I think Edison format would haven't been picked as a retro format because the format isn't that fun anymore, in my opinion, especially because of frogs. So let me get back to the. I lost track of what I wanted to say. So, like, we play a format to have fun, basically, and for many people, playing against frog isn't fun. Many people quit Edison format, especially because of frog, especially because they didn't want to deal with the dual loop. You can scream skill issue all you want, but uh, like my opinion on games is that you have to trust your gut. If something doesn't feel fun, it's totally okay to quit the format. I I spent a lot of time playing Edison. I still play it from time to time, but like when I want to play my pet deck, which is Dargaia, and maybe which also use in the events, but I also play Gladiator Beasts, and just because I hate frogs, so I want to shit on them. But like, oh, God, God, I lost track of what I want to say again. But yeah, the point is that we play the format to have fun. Playing against frog isn't fun. You can scream, sklish all you want. But if someone decide that okay, Edison is fun, but playing against frog isn't fun, so I'm not playing frogs anymore. I'm not playing Edison anymore, and they stop playing Edison. And it's a totally valid decision. And if they think that now Edison might be more interesting with frogs being nerfed, and so they go to a time wizard format, that's also totally fine because, like, in the end, we play a format to have fun. Screw the competitiveness nature of the format. Like, I see many players thinking that Yu-Gi-Oh is all about skills, that Yu-Gi-Oh should about all about skills, about being competitive, and I think that's a wrong mentality. Like a Yu-Gi-Oh force should be about having fun. So if someone wants to play a custom format, wants and yeah, this is a custom format. This is an Edison format. This is Edison format with custom rulings, so it becomes a custom format. It's totally fine because you we play to have fun, not to prove that we are the strongest. Like honestly, if you play to prove that you are skilled, go play chess because uh, honestly, the skill selling for Yu-Gi-Oh. Okay, no, there's a skill selling, but it's not the skill selling that is in cards that is in games like chess. So, like, okay, you're strong in Yu-Gi-Oh, you play the true formats, but in the end, are you having fun? Is your fun coming from winning or from playing the game? Ask yourself this question. And if there are people that where their fun is coming from playing the game, so if they want to play a custom format, they're totally free to do so. Uh, Honestly, it will be interesting also to see how the meta game develops. Of course, Blackwing gets stronger, Herobit gets stronger, Gladiator Beast gets stronger, but if the format develops in a way that where more people play a more controlled decks, I think it will be an enjoyable game. Maybe I don't know, but only because of the fact that Frog now is out of the games, it makes me want to It makes me want to play the format. It's something that attracts me. I can deal with to deal with Gladiator Beast. Basically, you need a lot of back rows and be able to make their Gizaros not as strong. So it's still doable. Honestly, even playing Rock decks, I have more fun playing against Gladiator Beast than against Frogs. Even if Gladiator Beast is also a bad deck to be good in the format. But like Gladiator Beast was cheating on Rodex before, it would be shit on Rodex even now, even if less than Frogs, because Frogs is what kills Rodex. I want to stress this. So the new meta game that comes with this custom Edison format may be good. So like in Italy, there's a saying: "Not all bad comes to do harm." Non tutto il male vien per nuocere. And so this may be the thing with the new custom ruling for Edison for Edison format. So guys, honestly, let's try this if you want. Like, I don't think this will kill Edison the way it's played because there will be purists, uh, but maybe there will be create two different like because Arabats format library events will still be run with old format rulings. So those events will still exist. But if at Konami events things are running this way, honestly, I don't care much because in the end the gameplay is still the same. Because like I said, we play retro format because we want to feel that old style gameplay, and the gameplay is still the same because cards got nerfed. There's not an increase in card pool. There aren't any new cards. If maybe the format will feel even more as an old style format because Dragon Turbo is out, Frog Shenanigans are out, so so Rockdex gets stronger, and so all the gameplay by gets also stronger. So it may even feel better than how current Edison format is. So guys, this is the end of the video. Let me hear your opinion, write in the comments. And for last time, I don't want Edison format to be Edison, all the Edison format to be killed, but I'm not even against it. Also because I don't think it will die. And so yeah, at the end of the video, and bye guys. See ya next time. Leave a comment. I don't ask you to leave a like because it's all about I don't care. But I want to hear your opinion. So write into the comments. I want to hear what you disagree and what you agree on with me. See ya, guys. Bye.